Everything that you see on YouTube about self-help, self-improvement, and you see all these buff guys and hot chicks and perfect skin and all of that stuff is really, really hard. There are times where you just get into those rhythms, or you get to that point where everything just feels like it's so hard. So sometimes you have troubles just going on to go work out, to read books, to wake up early, to whatever it is you have troubles with. Sometimes you just need that little extra boost. You need to get on track again, but that can be really hard to do, but it is possible. These are ways to get out of a slump that you're in, to get back to improving your life. Self-help and self-care, self-improvement is not an easy thing. A lot of people, they think that they'll watch these videos and get a couple tips and it will just completely change their life in the matter of seconds, but the hard truth is that you have to commit to improving yourself. You have to commit to going to the gym. You got to commit to having a good hygiene routine. You got to commit to just improving yourself in general, improving your knowledge, reading books. You have to really commit to improve yourself. Now, the first thing that I would really advise is to go outside, walk around. It's almost like a meditation, but just the calmingness of it, the fresh air, the being a little bit active. It really clears up your mind and makes you think clearly. And that is a good stepping stone. That is a good first spot to start to be able to get out of the slump that you're in. The next step is to create a routine. You might have had a routine before, but kind of swayed away from it a little bit, but it is key to have routines so then it isn't as hard to keep them up, to do whatever you need to do to improve yourself. So creating a routine really takes a lot of the work out of it, as long as you can start on that routine and get committed to it. Now, before I go on, if you're liking this video, make sure to like and subscribe. It really helps out and it'll help me get more videos like this to help you. The next step is to read more, improve your knowledge, to work your brain a little bit, because your brain needs that work to be able to have that strength to keep going and to hold on and to have that motivation. And learning really makes you feel accomplished and gives your brain that muscle memory it needs to be able to help you out if you ever get into a slump again. Learn from your mistakes in a way. The next step is to just start from the bottom. Instead of just trying to go to the gym 7 times a week, go and read 5 books in a week. You should instead try to start at the very bottom again. If not at the bottom, close to the bottom. Because if you start going to the gym once or twice a week for the week, and then the next week you go 2 to 3 times, and then the next week you keep on going up, it's more of a steady build instead of getting right into all the pressure again, right into the routine that made you stop. And starting at the bottom and going up, it can just make it a lot easier to get out of the slump instead of trying to do everything right away. And that is another way, that is another tip as well, and that is to start at one thing and do it and then focus on something else, because when we have all these other things that we need to do to get back on track, it kind of distracts us from each of them. Like, we don't know where to focus. But you'll be surprised if we're focused on one thing, how much we can accomplish with that one thing, and then move on to the next, and how quickly it improves and how quickly it can be done. The next thing I would recommend is to go talk to somebody. A professional would be probably best case, but if not a professional, a very close person to you. Talk about why you're in this slump. If you're not sure, just talk about it with them. You might figure out what the problem is. But talking to someone, it can really get your mind going, kind of get ideas, and just having that emotional support is a really big thing in self-improvement, because you need that social group, you need the people close to you to be able to have you not feel lonely and to be able to have someone to talk to. So if you have someone to talk to, go talk to them about the slump that you're in or the problems that you're having getting back on track. Professionals help. I go see a professional, and that can be one of the most effective and efficient ways to get back on track and to feel all around better. I want to help you get out of a slump so then you can get back to being your best and be the awesome person that you are. There are a lot of other things that you can do to help yourself, but these ones are the basics, and implement them to be back to who you really are.